What's going on, everybody? How y'all feel? You tuned into another great episode of Male Translations, where we break down the difference between what men say and what women hear. I'm your host, Clarence Brown. I'm here with a powerful brother, a brother from another mother.
Yes, sir.
CJ Salter, the CEO and founder of Relationship Realtors. Y'all give him a hand, man. CJ, thanks for coming through.
No doubt. Thanks for having me, bro. Appreciate it.
Yes,
being
indeed.
here.
Relationship Realtors matchmaking service. I want you to tell the people watching a little bit more about the Relationship Realtors, man. I'm glad you came through, but I want to give the viewers a little bit more information on it. Let them know what's the benefits and why you started Relationship Realtors, matchmaking, Mr. Matchmaker over here.
Yes, absolutely, man. I definitely appreciate you having me out here, Clarence. I appreciate that, bro. Well, first of all, the company name is Relationship Realtors. I started it probably a little over 2.5 years ago. I came up with the concept. And I built it from scratch. I just said I want to go out and learn the business. So I went out, learned about the company, learned about the business, wanted to understand what I was doing. So I went out and got some information and decided this is what I want to do. I wanted to get some single people together. A lot of people out here are struggling right now with dating. It's a rough situation. So my goal was to go out and just put something together to help people out. You know, I'm not limited to race or whatever. It's just I want to get good people together. So I started the company and I've actually launched it. Was it April? I launched it in April, and it's a good thing. It's kind of like I call it the Relationship Realtors because it's kind of like a house realtor. Mm-hmm. You come to the realtor and you tell them what you want. You may say, I want 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, swimming pool, good neighborhood, and then of course the realtor will ask you, how much money do you have? At that moment, you tell him how much you got, then he start working for you. Okay. So at that moment, anytime he call you, you know it's going to be something in that vicinity of what you want. Now, it may not be perfect, but it'll be close. It'll be something in that ballpark. He may say, well, hey, I couldn't find a 3-bedroom, but I got you a 2-bedroom, but it has 2.5 baths.
In a loft.
In a loft, yeah, it has a den. And it's a pool in the backyard, but it's not fenced in or closed in. Whatever it is, he gives you the information based on what you gave him. And that's what I do. So you tell me what kind of person you're looking for, and I go out and try to get you as close as possible to that person. I don't guarantee anybody being perfect because there is no perfect people out there. So that's number one. Number two is that I want you to be realistic in your demands and your requests because, you can't sit there and expect somebody to come in and just be everything you want. You got to be able to compromise a little bit. Hopefully that person's willing to compromise, and boom, there you have it. You have a good situation. So that's what I do, and I love it. I love putting people together. I had my first engagement. One of my first clients actually get proposed to a couple weeks ago. So that was really exciting for me, man. I was really happy to see that. So it's a good look.
Yeah, definitely. Now I know my wife says you got some friends that she gonna be linking up with you.
I like it. Absolutely.
Anyway, you got a lot of ladies that might need a little bit of matchmaking because on their own it's hard luck. It's just hard luck.
It's hard. I'm gonna tell you. It's actually, this is something that's gonna help guys out even more than girls. And I say it all the time.
Why?
And I'm gonna tell you because when you're a single guy out there, it's a lot more women than girls right now. That available. Eligible guys. Okay. A lot more eligible women than there are eligible guys out there. So what happens is I've always tell people, okay, so if you want a box of Fruit Loops, right, mm-hmm. and you go to the corner store, and the corner store don't have any Fruit Loops. They have like maybe 10 items in the store, but they don't have your Fruit Loops. So you go to Publix, and Publix has a bunch of products in that store, mm-hmm. but they don't have your Fruit Loops either. The point is, it doesn't matter how many products is in that store if they don't have what you're looking for. So just because you're a guy, just because there's more women doesn't mean it's easier to find what you want. Sometimes it makes your choice even harder because now you're in Publix, you're looking at all these other cereals based with that corner store, it was like 3. You had to choose. So my point is that it's a little easier it's a little hard for guys sometimes because we have so much to choose from. It's hard to kind of narrow it down to what you want. You got a lot of different things coming at you. And also, it's hard for guys to focus in that environment too. A lot of times, the guy, he's looking for the right woman. He's out of the club. The right woman is sitting there in front of him, but there's so many other women walking around. It's hard for him to focus. When I think with my company, I get that guy in here and I get him to focus. I get him to focus on that one girl. And I think it'll help a guy out just as much or even more than a woman.
Preach about it, church,
it is,
tabernacle.
It's what it is.
I'm telling you, all right. So the reason why I brought you in, bro, is not only to talk about relationship realtors, but also, man, it was one video that I saw that you had posted, man, that really stuck with me. It was the one when you were discussing courting a woman without spending money. Right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Now I did a video myself about it's not about money to show your love, right?
Okay.
But that was from a perspective of someone in a relationship or a marriage already. Now, it seemed like what you was discussing was someone dating, trying to get to know a female and talk to a woman and show her a good time, and if it takes money or not to actually win her affection. Now, in the video, you were saying a lot of stuff about how I remember the end, especially when you said that, okay, if a guy takes you out on 3 dates, right, but he doesn't spend money, is he still courting you? Right?
Yeah.
Now, a lot of women, you said it was like, no, it's not.
Nope. They were like, nope, that's not courting.
Right. So I'm like, is it going to take money for a man to show his love? Does it really take money for him to?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I think like I discussed in that video, and like I'm pretty sure you know as well. It's what society has told us, what society have told us what we need to do, and they show the guy, this is what you got to do. It's told this woman, this is what you should expect.
Right.
But in actuality, it doesn't take any money. In the video, I did discuss a guy going out on 3 days. One was a picnic in a park. He packed a nice lunch for her. They had a great time. They communicated. The second date was a nice walk on the beach. They had a great time. They stopped, got a couple snacks, whatever. But they had a great time. They walked on the beach, talked. It was great. And the third date, they went to a free concert in the park. It was something that they just knew about. They went to the concert, had a great time, heard some good music. And to me, those are 3 dates, and those are 3 events that you were able to enjoy with the other person while getting to know them. So in the objective of courting is to get to know your mate, to further the advancement towards marriage. So spending money on getting to know them is no difference. There's no difference in spending money or not spending money if you're trying to get to know them. If the guy is genuinely trying to get to know you, I don't think there's any difference. Of course, women are going to disagree with that.
Right, yeah, exactly. Now, see, I dealt with a situation. I was telling you earlier about a woman that I dated before my wife, where I was taking her out, showing her a nice time, spending money on her, taking her out to dinner and, dinner and a movie, and let's go here, let's do that. And I was spending a lot of money, which wasn't a problem to me, right? But this is what I didn't have. This is what the issue I had with her was that when I asked her, I say, well, we've been going out for a while. We've been, dating pretty heavily, and I'm trying to figure out what your goals are. What you trying to do? Are you trying to remain single, or are you really trying to have a relationship and whatnot? And her flat out answer was, man, I don't like right now. I'm not trying to see a relationship. But in my mind, I'm like, well, we kind of been kicking it like while we're together. I've been with you for about, a month now, and at the same time spending a lot of money, spending a lot of time and energy, and to what? For you to tell me at the end of this, now I don't really, I got other friends and I don't really want to drop them and blah, blah, blah. So I had to end up dropping her.
Yeah, that's a tough
but
situation.
It's a lot of fellas out there that get burned like that too, because you actually like spending your money, but not only your money, those are resources. Like you said earlier, men got budgets too, just like a woman.
Budgets,
what I mean? A woman is single, she might have kids, she might have a family and whatnot. She's trying to make sure that she has everything in order. Men in the same way. But women don't seem to respect that because they think we cheap, or we we're just trying to hold back. We're not giving it our all when it comes to the relationship if we're not forking up some cash at the same time.
Yeah, and I think that's where the confusion is. And I want to make sure I clarify that I am not telling guys not to take your woman out. Or the girl you're dating out. We're not talking about that. We're just saying if there's a guy who is on a budget and the guy he's trying to get to know somebody for marriage, give him a break. Just because he decides he wants to take you, somewhere simple, does not mean he's cheap, does not mean he's no good. I think that is the confusion that I'm hearing, that I think a lot of women equate money to him being a good man.
Do you think, though, that women, they pay more attention to the money being spent or the person who's spending the money? Did you say that?
See, and that's the thing. I think in some women's mind, where they're going and how much he's spending on them shows them love. It's not love, it shows them that he's interested. When in actuality, the time that he's spending him putting the effort in to try to get to know you should be through communicating and calling.
Right.
Those are the things you want to look at. But don't get me wrong, guys spending money on you is great, but let's just say this guy is Puff Daddy, right? So Puff Daddy he own a restaurant. He can take you out, do all that
Going to restaurant.
Thank you. He in there breakdancing, dancing, got his whole crew behind him. But the thing is, all he did was do what he did to every other woman with you. He took you out to dinner, showed you the lights, the glitz and glamour. He had sex with you and then threw you back in the pond because the money didn't mean anything to him.
Right,
it's nothing. Money don't mean nothing to certain dudes. So just because the dude spend money, that definitely cannot show you how much he care about you now or how he's feeling you. Now time. Now, if Puff Daddy is spending time with you, if he's calling you, if he's communicating with you, that's the dude. That is what you want to look for, and that's what I try to explain to women. Quit judging it on how much money somebody spends because that can tell you the wrong story sometimes.
Definitely.